So just make a few changes in your approach, it makes things better. Having said this, about wanting to be number one police, wanting to follow the best practices. Having said this, I would want to bring about certain issues. కొన్ని విషయాలు, out of my experience from the previous government, I would want to bring about a few issues. So when we speak about good governance, when we speak about best practices, when we speak about wanting to be number one police, గత ప్రభుత్వ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్లు కొన్ని చెప్తాను. యథేచ్ఛగా, right in front of our eyes, అంతెందుకు, in fact, you know where the Chief Minister's residence is, right beside. Right in front, right beside, you see sand being looted. You see proclanes working. You see JCBs working. You see hundreds of lorries going, taking sand, dispatching sand. Everybody knows it's illegal. It's happening right in front. It doesn't just stop with just CM's residence and right beside the CM's residence. This activity is happening. You see in West Godavari, an MRO, a lady MRO, was dragged out, was caught by hair. It hit all the newspapers because she was obstructing an MLA from looting. She was obstructing an MLA who was involved in sand mafia. Is this best practice? Is this number one police? It just doesn't stop with West Godavari or this district here. Everywhere, all over the state, right in front of our eyes, Manakalla Yedutne, JCBs are working, proclanes are working, hundreds of lorries of sand is being looted, yet we don't do anything. We know it is illegal. Is this best practice? Manakalla Yedutne, ఇదే జిల్లాలో, just go to Guntur, it hit all the newspapers. It went to the court. Illegal mining. Illegal mining. Rampant illegal mining. Right in front of our eyes, right neighboring district, Guntur. What did we do? Is this the best practice? Is this number one policing? We need to ask ourselves. Right in front of our eyes, MLAs demanding money from theatres, theatre owners. Also Guntur, institutions are forced to pay money. Clubs are run where gambling takes place. MLAs are involved. All this is happening in front of our eyes, was happening in front of our eyes. Is this the best practice for governance, good governance? Is this number one policy? right in this capital city, in the name of land pooling, land ivvanivaru, who were not wanting to part with their land. It's their land. We need to respect that. But government wants it, somebody is not wanting to part. There's no humanity shown. Right in front of our eyes, people who did not want to cooperate, they were harassed. False cases booked. So much so that 11 of them committed suicides. Just yesterday, I think I saw it in the Times of India newspaper headlines. RTI Act. 11 of them committed suicides. People who were not wanting to give land for land pooling. And 6 of them are Dalits in them. Is this good governance, best practices? Is this number one policing? Right here in Vijayawada city, women were harassed, given money at high interest rates, and they were not able to pay. And because they were not able to pay, they were forced into sex racket. They were videographed in the city. Call money sex racket scam. What happened? How many cases booked? How many of them were arrested? Big zero. Is this best practice? Is this good governance? Is this the number one policing? I ask you straight, మిమ్మల్ని అడుగుతా ఉన్నా. So many of us are sitting here. IAS, yesterday I was posing the same question to the IAS officers. Now I'm asking you. So many of us officers are sitting here. IAS, IPS, civil servants, government, secretaries, highest level bodies, ministers, including the Chief Minister himself. All of us are sitting here, very well knowing that this building is illegal building. Very well knowing that this building where we're sitting in, has breached every violation. Letter written by the department quoting the rules, irrigation department quoting the rules. The road on which we traveled, the bund level, the maximum flood level of the flood level is 22.6. The area where we are sitting is at 19.6 meters. River Conservation Act breached, Lokayukta judgments breached, Green Tribunal judgments breached, Master Plan breached, Building Bylaws breached. In front of our eyes, ikkade మనకల్ల ఎదుటనే సీఎం గారే ఇల్లీగల్ బిల్డింగ్ లో ఉంటారు. పక్కనే మాజీ సీఎం గారు. Whatever it is, even if I do it, it's still wrong. Doesn't make a difference. We are in positions of authority. Does it justify that because I am a CM, because you are an SP, because you are a collector, you can do it? We can't. How does it justify a CM staying in an illegal house, illegal property, illegal building lo untaru? Pakkane ikkade the government itself constructs an illegal building. And then what happened? Because CM himself is living in an illegal building, because the government itself constructs an illegal building, what happens? You see this entire road. Everywhere you have illegal buildings coming up. Nobody to stop. Nobody to stop. Right in front of our eyes. See this entire road. What are we doing? Is this good governance? Best practices? I ask all of you to think. ఆలోచన చేయమని అడుగుతా ఉన్నా. When we are in power, when we are in position of strength, it comes with responsibility. We need to live by an example. We need to set certain standards in place. And when we drop, do we have any moral right or authority to even question anybody else? We need to ask ourselves this basic question. That is why I say, to all of you sitting down here, I say no to corruption, say no to looting, say no to illegal activities. And to clean up the system, to bring about a change into the system, to set a standard in place. Yesterday I gave a call. I said I'm holding this meeting just to showcase this. This is not how one should be. This is not what we are. This is not good governance. Yesterday I said, let's start the demolition from here from this building. Today I'm asking you the same thing. Starting tomorrow, this building will be the first building to be demolished. Because we want to send a signal. We want to send a message. Once we start here, this entire road will be cleansed. It just doesn't stop here. I want you to take up this exercise in the districts as well. Send a message to the collectors as well as to the SP. Anything to do with illegality, send a message. Anything to do with corruption, send a message. Anything to do with looting, send a message. Only then we bring about best practices. Only then we can talk about number one policy. Only then we can talk about good governance. It requires a strong will. And I'm saying to you,